Chairman, thank you. Thank you, Ranking Member, Vice Chairman. Secretary, General George, welcome. Welcome to your debut hearing in the appropriations process. Last October, the Undersecretary announced a digital engineering strategy to optimize sustainment across the services. I understand the Army just this morning signed a policy to help accelerate the adoption of digital engineering. My view is that these tools are incredibly important for designing and building new platforms and sustaining existing systems. Secretary, can you tell the committee a little bit more about the forthcoming policy and how the Army's previous digital engineering work informs the adoption of this capability?
Thank you, Senator Moran. It's good to see you, and we are excited about our new digital engineering policy. Basically, what we're trying to do is make it easier for the Army to adopt digital engineering approaches more broadly at scale across the Army. This is the kind of work that allows us to do modeling and simulation and explore engineering challenges using computer simulations, which is more efficient and less costly. So, for example, our program to replace the Bradley fighting vehicle, the XM30 program, is incorporating digital engineering in its development work. And the policy has a number of different components, but its broad goal is to help us use that important approach more broadly so that we can be more effective in our modernization programs.
Thank you for that answer. General George, I would guess that the Senator from Connecticut, Senator Murphy, will ask you about the future long-range assault aircraft and its safety. I want to inform you that I support the decision to award Bell Textron the contract for FLRAA. This is an aircraft that maneuvers like a helicopter in vertical flight, flies twice as far and twice as fast as current helicopters. All of this needs to be done with a safe piece of equipment. The aircraft competitively selected by the Army was the only one that fully met those requirements, and that was validated by the GAO. Would you highlight for the committee the importance of speed and maneuverability this aircraft provides, as well as how the Army plans to leverage its open system architecture?
Yes, Senator. I mean, it can't come fast enough for me. So I think this is going to be a game-changing, for this aircraft, just for what you talked about, the range it's going to have, the speed it's going to have, and then with open architecture, what we can do with manned, unmanned teaming, launch defects, all the other things that are going to come with this. So I think it's going to increase our capabilities.
Thank you. Secretary, TAA highlighted several capabilities requiring significant investments at a time in which the Army budget, probably for this fiscal year, represents about FY22 levels. I hear that there's the potential of establishment of new structures or a new structure, like a drone branch or a permanent ABCT in Poland. Would the simultaneous establishment of additional units not planned for in previous RStructs be disruptive to the Army's current plans to modernize?
Thank you, Senator. I think it would be challenging to generate, for example, a whole new armored brigade combat team, given the recruiting challenges that we're working through. And like I said, I want to emphasize that we are, I think, going to make our recruiting goal this year, but we have not built into our current TAA plans an intention to build a new armored brigade combat team. Instead, we are looking at things like the counter UAS battery that would eventually come to Fort Riley, to the maneuver SHORAD battalions and the multi-domain task forces. So at this time, we are not looking at building a new armored brigade combat team, and I think we want to focus on the integrated air and missile defense formations that are going to be so important for large-scale conflict against an advanced competitor.
You have established your priorities and you believe in those priorities. Is that what you're telling me?
I do, and I mean, we review our force structure every year, so we certainly want to adjust to conditions and adjust, as the strategy may require us. But right now, I think we believe that we're What we've built in terms of new formations are what's right for the Army right now.
Thank you very much.
Can I make a comment just on the one
Please,
topic
General.
that didn't come up? I know we're a little over, but on the we appreciate the interest, for example, on drones, and you know, you mentioned drone branch. For us, this is a capability that's going to be, I think, resident in every formation at every echelon. So we see this as integrated into our formation, not some separate piece. And I think we need that kind of flexibility. We're actually doing that right now with our formations. We selected 3 units to kind of work this out and start to transform in contact in doing this, but I don't think it would be helpful to have a separate drone branch.
Understood. Thank you.